The Louie T Network is powered by MusicHead University. MusicHeads, classes in session. Turn me up. Enroll on YouTube now. Link is in the description.
Who else could it be? For me, your man, Louie T. Welcome to the Command Post Live. You know what it is. Post up. Take command. I, of course, am your Commander-in-Chief, Louie T. Thank you for joining me. So this will be a very brief video. I ain't want nothing. It's Friday. I won't try to bother y'all. You know, I've had a great week and told you guys about my daughter going to her orientation. I met somebody today. A viewer was like, yo, I love the Kings. And I messed up because I didn't even ask him, was he coming to the live event? So shame on me. But I got caught up in the fact that he, like myself, was there with his daughter for her orientation. So it wasn't about us. It was about them. So I asked his daughter, or, you know, told her congratulations. I meant to ask her what her major was, but I'm assuming, and I shouldn't assume, that I shouldn't assume, because that particular session wasn't designated for a specific major. So I shouldn't assume. When they did it yesterday, they broke them into their specific majors. That wasn't that type of presentation. So I should have asked her what her major was. I in my mind, I assumed that she was an art major like my daughter, but I congratulated her for, you know, graduating high school and you know, going to college and just embarking upon becoming an adult. And then, you know, I hollered at Pops. I was like, hey, man, what's your name? Now, I know it started with a C. I'm gonna go with Charles. Final answer. I just want to give a big shout out to Charles. Again, that could be wrong. I'm not sure if that's the name because I had a lot going on and I meant to put it in my phone and I got sidetracked so I wouldn't forget. But shout out to him and congratulations to him for, you know, getting to this point in his life. Similar to myself, man, it's a beautiful thing, right? Can't say for him if whether or not that was his first child that he sent to college. For me, it's my first. So all of this is brand new to me and I'm just taking it all in stride, right? But ultimately, we're here on this Friday night because of my favorite show on TV right now. This is my favorite show to consume. As the Aiyuk turns, this shit, I can't get enough of it, right? Every time I turn on social media, there's a new episode of As the Aiyuk Turns, and I can't turn the shit off. So here we are, brand new episode. New Uke. Dissing the Niners. Got no agent. Want to throw with five. But got a warrant. So we're going to hear from you. I'm going to let him tell you about his situation. Let me just say that, and I mean this in the nicest way possible. He's such an asshole. Brandon Aiyuk is such an asshole. Before we get to today's episode of As the Aiyuk Turns, somebody yesterday, remember, we couldn't figure out what he was saying. It's definitely Beasky, right? It's definitely Beasky. Shout out to the person that decoded that for us yesterday. And then today, I read a comment today from yesterday's show where we said, you know, I think I threw this out because I wasn't really trying to like delve in deep. Because I told you, Brandon Aiyuk's not stupid. Like a lot of y'all think he's crazy. He's not dumb. He's not crazy. Everything he's doing is intentional. Is he immature? Yes. But is he stupid? No. I always tell y'all, Jerry Jones is a lot of things. Dumb isn't one of them. Now, there's a lot of adjectives you can use to describe Jerry Jones, but stupid ain't one of them. Okay? Same thing can be said for Brandon Aiyuk. There's a lot of adjectives you can use to describe Brandon Aiyuk. Dumb ain't one of them. He ain't stupid. There's a lot of things you can say about him. Somebody said yesterday, and they went deep. I mean, they went Shakespeare deep. Like, well, Louie T, I think the symbolism of Brandon Aiyuk taking the money out of his bag and throwing it on the ground and then walking away is him walking away from the San Francisco 49ers money. And I said, well, shit. That's pretty goddamn deep. You don't say. That didn't even cross my mind, right? That's probably exactly what he was going for, and that's probably why he did it. You know what? Cheers to Brandon Aiyuk, man. Sheesh. And cheers to the person that, again, that decoded the meaning. And this is what we do here, right? We draw inferences. We solve puzzles, riddles, right? I think that's exactly what he was going for with that. Looks like a madman and a crazy man on the out. He's throwing money. There's some symbolism in it. Who knew? Aiyuk knew. And so did the person that told us that. Anyway, I digress. Let's get to the latest episode of As the Aiyuk Turns. This is a good one. This is like a 5-parter. So lock in. If you haven't already done so, lock in. We'll talk about each episode as it airs, right? So I'm going to play you episode 1 of As the Aiyuk Turns. All right. So lock in. All right. Here we go. Episode 1 of As the Aiyuk Turns.
On a real serious note, though, can anybody tell me if I really have a warrant out for my arrest in California? Because my bro said he's trying to throw in Cali. But if I got a warrant, bro, I'm about to stay out here, gang.
All right. So let's let episode 2 rock. Not gonna play the song that goes with episode 2, but basically the song is, hey, if I got a warrant, you're gonna have to come get me, bro. I'm not turning myself in. That's basically what this song is saying. Is, hey, if I got a warrant on me, you're gonna have to come get me. I ain't turning myself in. All right. So we'll stop there. Let's analyze episode 1 of As the Aiyuk Turns. So episode 1, he basically says, hey, my boy want to go throw in Cali. We know who his boy is. He's talking about 5. Jaden wants to throw in Cali. Jaden already told us at the end of minicamp that he was about to go out and assemble the Just Us League, right? And then we're going to go throw in Cali again. And Ben Standing asked him, hey, you going to have any other people out there? He's like, hey, y'all will see it on social media. Don't be asking me no damn questions. Y'all see that shit. And we just all assume, hey, yeah, Aiyuk going to be out there for that joint. Well, all of a sudden now things have changed. Aiyuk is now wanted in Santa Clara. He's now wanted. He has an arrest warrant for him in California. And so he basically said, my boy trying to go throw in Cali. But if I got a warrant, and he's playing dumb at the beginning. Hey, do I really got a warrant out for my arrest? He knows he has. That's tongue in cheek. In case you didn't catch the joke, ha ha ha! Really funny. In case you didn't catch the joke, I hear your jokes, Aiyuk. He knows he has a warrant for his arrest. He's not stupid. Okay, he understands. He has a warrant out for his arrest. He's making light of it. Remember, when the warrant was issued, what did he do? He took to social media driving his car around an actual track. Okay? Trust me. He knows he has a warrant. Is this funny? It shouldn't be. But, like, let's be honest. That's a bullshit-ass warrant. Okay? If they really wanted Aiyuk arrested, they would have issued that warrant back in January. Okay? It's a bullshit-ass warrant. He knows it's some bullshit. But to be playing in their face is crazy, but it's bullshit. So that's episode 1. He wants to go to Cali to throw with, Jaden's going to put together a throwing session. He wants to be a part of it. But, hey, I got warrants. I don't know. He still might be there, y'all. I'm not saying. I'm just saying. Will they let you get on the airplane if you have a warrant out for your arrest? Like, it's not a felony warrant. I don't think they would he can get on a plane, right? I've never had a warrant out for my arrest, so I don't know how this process works. Somebody enlighten me. Can you get on a plane if you have a warrant out for your arrest? I would think so with a misdemeanor one. I would think so. Like, you're not fleeing the country for a misdemeanor warrant out for your arrest. So I wouldn't be shocked to see him out there at the throwing session with Jaden and company whenever that takes place. But Aiyuk is a man of the people, right? Got to give the people what they want, as a wise man once said. Back to episode 3 of As the Aiyuk Turns.
Also, I do not have an agent. I terminated my SRA with my previous agent through the NFLPA last year in November.
Let's let episode 4 rock, because this is irrelevant and doesn't have nothing to do with nothing.
And bro, I don't race for a Cadillac no more. I'm Team AMG. I'm rocking with George Russell, and I'm rocking with that boy Kimi Antonelli. But
right.
yeah,
We're going to stop it right here. We'll come back to episode 5 of As the Aiyuk Turns. So, in episode 3 of Aiyuk, As the Aiyuk Turns, he talked about not having an agent. Now, this, I'm not shocked to hear. I'm disappointed, but I'm not shocked. I didn't think he had representation. The way he's been conducting himself, there's nobody in his ear telling him not to do this. And even if there were someone telling him, Brandon, you shouldn't do this, clearly he wouldn't be listening, because he had an agent. When he went through the saga with the 49ers the first time when he was trying to get the contract from them, he was going through all these shenanigans and having people record him and vlogging, and he had representation then. He was going to do what he wanted to do. He was going to go about his business the way he wanted to go about it. But I was hoping that there was someone advising him about all of this. Like, hey, Brandon, you should really start to get all your ducks lined up in order. Like, I'm starting to think there's a chance that he might not show up for training camp. And if he doesn't, he's not going to be released. Like, I'm worried. I'll be honest. Episode 3 does worry me just a little bit. Even though I kind of knew, I tried to, ignorance is bliss. I just stuck my head in the sand when it came to Aiyuk not having an agent. In my mind, I said, he don't have no damn agent. There's nobody representing him. There's no handlers in this situation. He's going rogue, which I don't mind. Bobby Wagner represented himself. Lamar Jackson represents himself, or his mom represents him. Like, if you don't feel like you need anybody to speak for you and you can do it yourself, knock yourself out, right? Laramie Tunsil doesn't have an agent, even though he has somebody in his team that kind of steps up and acts as an agent for him. If Aiyuk feels like he can handle all this on his own, which you're going to hear him talk about that here in a bit, more power to him. But there has to be a voice of reason somewhere. And this is what worries me about episode 3's comment that he does not have an agent, that he fired his agent, the NFLPA agent that he had back in November of 2025, when the whole 49ers thing first popped off and they took his guarantees from him. He fired his agent then, right? So he hasn't had an agent and no representation since then. That does worry me, because I'm not sure where he is, like, in terms of understanding what needs to be done to facilitate this release. The 49ers aren't just going to say, all right, well, training camp's here, let's just release Brandon Aiyuk. If he doesn't show up and he remains on this list and he's not reinstated, they're not going to do anything. They don't have to do anything. It's not the distraction that it needs to be. So they're not going to act until they have to. And they don't have to do anything if he remains on a list that allows them to not have to pay him 1 red cent. So it worries me that he doesn't have someone feeding him information that is going to be positive to the outcome that he is trying to get to. But ultimately, I'm going to bank, and this might be negligent on my end, probably is. I'm just going to bank on the fact that Brandon Aiyuk understands and is smart enough to realize what this situation necessitates, what he needs to do in order to facilitate his release. I don't like this space, though. I don't like being in this space. But I've said this before, and I'll say it again. Brandon Aiyuk is not dumb. So I think he understands what needs to be done. Anyway, I digress. Hey, let's get back to the show. Aiyuk, as the Aiyuk turns, let's get to episode 5 of As the Aiyuk Turns. All right.
Back to the agent situation. I just wanted to clear that up because for some odd reason he came out a couple weeks or a month ago and said that he still represents me, and I just wanted to let y'all know that that's not the case. And there's nobody that will be speaking for me. I ain't going to no third party. I ain't finna call no old niggas to get on here and speak for me. Y'all gonna get it from me live and direct. And actually, I'm not gonna say they be lying for no reason. They be lying for a real specific reason. They be lying because they be hiding shit. But me, I ain't got nothing to hide. And that's why.
All right. So let's talk about those 2 latest episodes, right? Episodes 5 and 6 of As the Aiyuk Turns, where he's talking about his former agent. And he basically said, why is he out here capping? Why is he out here lying? He's not my agent. He's out here spreading these falsehoods about him still representing me. He's not, and he hasn't been since November. He's like, I don't know why they be out here lying for him, man. But just telling y'all right now, I don't need no old dude speaking for me. I got it. I can talk for myself. Then he goes on to episode 6 to say, I know why they be. You know what? No. I said in episode 5, I don't know why they be out here lying. I know why they be out here lying, because they got stuff to hide. That's why. They out here capping because they trying to protect this facade, right? Well, guess what? I don't need nobody speaking for me. And he said, I ain't got nothing to hide. And for the effect, he zoom in. I ain't got nothing to hide. Keep it a buck with y'all. Anything I got to say, I'm going to say it to y'all right here in this camera on As the Aiyuk Turns. Touche, Brandon. Touche. Beasky. Touche. All right. So, sounds like he's going to be representing himself. That's what episodes 5 and 6 sound like to me. Moving forward. I don't need anybody speaking for me, or as he said, I don't need no old dudes speaking for me. I got it, because I ain't got nothing to hide. I ain't out here to lie. I'm good. I got it. Appreciate it, but I'll handle it from here. Let's get back to As the Aiyuk Turns. 2 more episodes. All right. Let's get to episode 7 of As the Aiyuk Turns.
I'm still on that one team, despite the fact that I've been banging burgundy and gold for like 2 months now. So they got that funny business going on.
Let's analyze episode 7 of As the Aiyuk Turns. Brandon Aiyuk says, and that's why I'm still on that one team when I've been representing and rocking and banging with the burgundy and gold for the last 2 months. Because he's saying there's a lot of capping going on. It's a lot of, what do you call it? When people are in cahoots. Collusion. That's the word I was looking for. A lot of collusion between these agents and these teams. That's why I'm still a part of this 49ers organization. It's a whole machine, right? And they trying to keep me boxed in this machine. And I'm like, yeah, Brandon, but like if you would have just done a couple of things, you would have been out of the machine, bro. Like, you did enough shit to damage this situation to the point of no return to facilitate the release. You just got to finish the job, bro. The shit is incomplete right now, which is why you're still a member of the 49ers. Finish the job. Finish him. Da-da-da. Finish it. Finish the job. Anyway, Brandon is basically like, man, I've been rocking that and banging that burgundy and gold for the last like 2 months, man. Free me. Why am I even still here on the 49ers roster? Because you ain't did what you needed to do. That's why. It's pretty evident. Hashtag free you. Hashtag free you. You do what you need to do and you'll be free, bruh. Free at last. Free at last. Come on, football gods. Help you get free at last. Help yourself. Get free. You. All right, last episode, episode 8. Episode 8. Final episode of As the Aiyuk Turns.
And then by the morning, they're going to have like 5 to 6 old niggas who still on the leash. And they're going to be like, Brandon, are you? Brandon, are you? Brandon, are you? Yeah, nigga. Brandon, are you?
All right. I won't lie to you. I rather enjoyed episode 8. and for no other reason than that's Brandon speaking to all of the critics out there who have something to say about how he's conducted himself over the last roughly 3 months or so. He's talking to the Dick Shermans of the world. He's talking to the Jarvis Landrys of the world, the TJ Hushmanzadas of the world. Everybody that's got his name in their mouth talking about he's crazy. And I don't think TJ Hushmanzada said he was crazy, but he did say, like, what sane man walks away from $30 million guaranteed? So essentially, he's calling him crazy. And Jarvis Landry was like, yo, call me. Like, you know, I don't know where his mental's at, but hit me up, bro. I got you. So basically, you trying to say I'm crazy. I need some help. You know, Dick Sherman was on his podcast last talking, you know, all of that shit. And then, of course, you got all of the NFL insiders who just don't understand. And I get it. I get it from their perspective. I'm not going to beat them up. The Adam Schefters, the Albert Breers, they are as clueless on this situation and baffled by Brandon Aiyuk's actions as anyone. And they just can't make any sense of it. And a lot of people can't. I mean, shit. Sometimes I don't even know if Brandon Aiyuk can make sense of the situation. You know, sometimes it's all a blur. But ultimately, when it's all said and done, the dust settles, the smoke clears. The 49ers are going to release him at some point. The question continues to be and will remain when. And only the 49ers know the answer to that, but Brandon Aiyuk could help facilitate that. We've talked about that already. So I like the fact that, one, he's encouraging y'all to get in some push-ups. Like, hey, shit, you watching this screen, bro. Drop down and give me 10 push-ups. Get 10 in, man. Why not? And then he proceeded to then talk about all of the people who have something to say about his name. They're going to be talking about Brandon Aiyuk, Brandon Aiyuk. Yeah, Brandon Aiyuk. When that boy get here, he going to be on one, boy. He going to be on 10. And I'm not talking about on social media. I'm talking about with a chip on his shoulder, ready to show everybody that he still can play at a high level in this league. I want a highly motivated Brandon Aiyuk on my team this year in 2026. That's what I want. That's what I want. Because he's highly motivated right now. Highly motivated. Anyway, I digress. Cheers to the 49ers finally freeing Brandon Aiyuk, man. Let's hope that this happens sooner rather than later. My money's on July 21st. When is the 49ers? Let's look up the 49ers training camp. We're going to get to the bottom of this right now. 49ers training camp. All of the training camp start dates have been released. Let's see. 49ers training camp start date. Let's see what we got. The July 18th rookies report, 25th is when the veterans report. So a whole week later, the veterans report, Saturday, July 25th. And the team will hold its first official open practice on Sunday, July 26th in Santa Clara. So if Brandon Aiyuk doesn't show up by July 25th or threaten to show up by July 25th, nothing will happen. So the next deadline, folks, the next deadline, it's not a hard deadline because if Aiyuk doesn't show up, nothing happens. But it's a deadline because if Aiyuk takes the steps to show up, then the 49ers have to make a decision. But right now, July 25th is the next deadline. Deadline spur action. So we have roughly another entire month of this that's going to take place before real actionable steps are taken by either party, the 49ers or Brandon Aiyuk. We'll see what happens. Anyhow, I digress. Let's get to the comment section. But before we do that, let's get to a word from our sponsor, PrizePicks. Come back on the other side, get to the comment section, and then I will get you out of here on this Friday evening. Shout out to PrizePicks for sponsoring this stream. If you are a member of the PrizePicks family, great. Love that you're a part of this family. If you're not, here's an opportunity for you to become a part of the PrizePicks family. There's a link in the description of this video. Simply click that link. It'll take you to where you can download the app. It's available in states like California, Texas, and Florida. Use the promo code HMA as a first-time user, which will unlock an opportunity for you to play $5 and get $50 instantly in lineup bonuses when you use the promo code HMA. I told you guys I was on a little bit of a heater, but it's been with y'all. Wasn't able to give you guys any selections yesterday, so we ran out of time. By the time we got on, every game had already started. So I put in 2 tickets on 2 lineups on PrizePicks yesterday. Both of them had 5 greens and 1 thing that didn't hit. It was my girl, Natasha Heidemann of the Seattle Storm. I'm not going to kill my girl because she has been money. I've put her on every single lineup. Like, I think we were, before yesterday's dud, she was 5 for 5 for me. Every time I put her on a ticket, she's delivered. And that was the first time. And of course, I had 1 ticket that was crazy. And it would have netted me 360. And she needed 17 points. She scored 11. And I had another ticket where I had her for, I want to say 14, and she scored 11. So I could have easily walked away with like $430 yesterday if Natasha Heidemann, who has been fan-effing-tastic for me, and I'm not backing off of my girl. The next time Seattle plays, I'm going to put her on the ticket. But, of course, you know how this game goes. She got me, man. She got me. All right, so let's get in here. Let's put a quick ticket together, man. All right, let's put a quick – we got a 10 o'clock game tonight. So let's go to the calendar. We got the Atlanta what's Atlanta's name? I don't remember their nickname. Against the Valkyries, Golden State Valkyries. So let's put together a quick ticket. See what we can get done. All right. So Angel Reese. Let's see what the points looking like for her. They jumped from, we just gonna go for 10 points for Angel. I got to get Gabby Williams in here. Let's go to points for Gabby Williams. I like Gabby Williams for, let's go 12. I like Gabby for 12. Let's go 12 points for Gabby Williams. I'm going to go a little aggressive on Ryan Howard. We're going to go a little aggressive and go 17.5. I really want to push it to 20, but she had a rough go of it last game. That's not like her. I think she's going to bounce back, have a big game. That's why I really want to push it to 19.5. But we'll just go 17.5. No reason to go crazy. Let's go. Alicia Gray coming off of a little injury. She didn't finish the last game, so I'm nervous. Normally, I would feel really confident putting her down for 14.5, but because she's coming off that injury, I kind of want to see what she's talking about. Let's see what Cecilia got going on here. Cecilia for 6 points. I like it. Let's throw her up here for 6. How many is that? 4? All right, I got to go to Angel Reese rebounds, even though, she be making me sweat sometimes. Let's go Angel Reese 9 boards. I ain't even going to ask her for a ton. And let's see. Kyla Thornton rebounds. I really think I can get her for 4. Let's go back to points real quick. And did I get Gabby for points? It don't look like I got Gabby for 12. Okay. I think I'm gonna go between Naz Hillman and Jordan Canada on points. I think I trust Jordan Canada more than Naz Hillman. Jordan Canada. Let me check her assists real quick. I think I like Jordan Canada for 5 assists tonight. And that'll complete our ticket. All right. So go power play. That's going to get us 45. So let's see if we can, walk away with a winner tonight. Winner, chicken dinner. Let's see. Throw that one together. Got that done. Let's see if we can't get another winner. You can follow me on PrizePicks at LouieTeeNetwork. On PrizePicks, you can tail my picks, see if you can put a little money in your pocket, or you can just follow me and see what I got going on. But either way, big shout out to PrizePicks for sponsoring this stream. Real quick, also got to show some love to the Kings and our annual Toast to the Season event that's coming up on August the 23rd at Hook Hall in DC. I posted a video on IG today. And I'm going to be posting that on YouTube and on X for those of you who aren't on IG of the event space. It's beautiful. And I can't wait to fill it up with Legion members for this event, man. It's going to be so epic. As I mentioned to you guys before, we got the signature drink contest. I got the TNTF. I got a little bit of the TNTF in my cup right now as we speak. But I got the TNTF coming to a Commanders Kings live event near you. Make sure you check it out. Vegan cookie, while supplies last, comes with that TNTF. So you purchase a TNTF. I got a vegan cookie with your name on it, man. I'm gonna have various flavors of vegan cookies for you to try. So get you a TNTF, get you a vegan cookie, man, and you set, right? Ed's gonna have the chair shot. That's his drink of choice. Rico's gonna have that ATL Ho, and then Rio's gonna have that Rio Rita. So check out all the signature drinks. Vote for the one you think is the best. We're gonna determine a winner at the end of the night. We're gonna have a burgundy and gold raffle. We got some great gifts and prizes to give away. We're gonna do some trivia. See where y'all at, right? Where y'all at in y'all Commanders / Redskins / football team trivia? Where y'all at, right? So many other things that'll be going on at the event, man. It's gonna be a great time. Looking forward to y'all coming out and supporting this movement. Tickets are $60. That's the early bird special ticket price. It'll be $60 until July 31st. After the 31st, tickets go to $75. So don't procrastinate. Don't wait. Go be great. Get your tickets today. Also, big shout out to the Hilltop RVA for helping put this event together, man. This event was put together in conjunction with the Hilltop RVA. None of this is possible without Twan and his due diligence and all of his hard work. So big shout out to our guy Twan and the Hilltop RVA. If you're looking for an event to be put together and you need somebody to help you put said event together, man, the Hilltop RVA can definitely get the job done for you. So big shout out to them for helping us put this thing together. It's going to be an epic event, and we want y'all in the building. Big shout out to everybody out there that has already bought tickets. As I mentioned, tickets are, I'm actually surprised, and it's hard to surprise me when it comes to these type of things, because I'm usually an optimist, but I'm a pessimist when it comes to these ticket sales. But I'm actually pleasantly surprised at how many tickets have already sold, man. You guys have absolutely shown that you are excited for this event. Tickets are going very quickly. So if you haven't copped your tickets, make sure you get them, because once they sold out, they're gone, right? You saw what happened last year. We sold out, and then so many people, man, we had so many people the day of the event trying to get in. Bro, we've been pushing the event for 2 months. And now the day of, you trying to get in the building, it's too late. Tickets sold out. Don't wait till the last minute. Get your tickets now. All right. Link is in the description where you can, purchase your tickets. Oh, and let me say this, because so many people are like, yo, how can I be a vendor? Go to that same link where you can buy your tickets. You can also register to be a vendor. You got merch. You want to be a part of this event? Go all the way down towards the bottom. You will see where you can click to become a vendor. Fill out the form, and you pay your registration fee for that. And voila, you're a vendor. You're in the building. You will have a designated table assigned to you, and you'll be in the building. So a lot of people keep asking us, hey, I want to be a vendor. How do I become a vendor? Just click the link where the tickets are available, but everything is on that site. How to be a sponsor, how to, support with fan appreciation. You want a shout out, right? You can, donate and get you a shout out, right? First quarter, second quarter, third quarter, fourth quarter. You want all the quarters, game time appreciation. You get a shout out after and during every quarter of this event. So everything that you need is there in that site. So check it out. Peruse the site, get comfortable with it. So if you got it, and if you don't see something there and you got questions, then you hit us up. But everything's on that site. Everything's on that site. Anyway, big shout out to all of y'all, man, for holding us down. We can't wait. Bart Scott can't wait for that event. Let's get to the comment section, and then we'll get out of here, man. So, Shadow Striker, 789. Thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Thank you for being a member of the MOBB. Who writes, just got my tickets. We lit. Hey! Cheers to Shadow Striker 789. Cheers, my guy. That's what I like to hear, man. That's what I not like to hear. That's what I love to hear. You in the building, my guy. Love it. We lit, man. Every day we lit. Hey, every day we lit. Hey, every day we lit. Hey. Cheers to Shadow Striker. Every day we lit, baby. All right. Shout out to Shadow Striker. He's going to be in the building August 23rd. And so should you. Get your tickets now. Marissa Mullinex. Thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Thank you for being a member of the MOBB. And shout out to your brother, Mark. Says, hey, Louie, I didn't like that BA did that, because if you think about it, the last person shown money like that on the internet, he died. I seen it. Yeah, now that I did think about that. I did, because I don't know where he is, and I don't know if anybody knows where he is, but I don't like when people flash money because on the internet, because you become a target. You've made yourself a target. If I know you got that kind of money in the house, and my stomach touching my back, my kid needs shoes. It's people that ain't like, let me go get a job and provide for my kid. They like, oh, you got it? I'm coming and take that shit from you. I need it. So I'm with you. A lot of times, though, the only time they know where you at is if you do something stupid, like post your address of where you at. That's what happened to Pop Smoke. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's got to be something dumb like that. That's how they know where you at. Sometimes they see, you posting on social media and they're like, yo, I know where that joint at. Yeah, we finna pull up. So I don't like that either. I thought about it yesterday, but he should be fine. But I again, a lot of us wouldn't conduct ourselves in that manner. And I don't like bringing undue attention to myself in that way, because people see that kind of money and they know you got that kind of money on your person. You a target, bro. They don't care you Brandon Aiyuk. I'm trying to get that up off you. So I'm with you on that, Marissa. I wasn't a big fan of that either, but again, he ain't thinking like that. That's where that immaturity that we talked about yesterday comes into play. Tay 2x. Thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Thank you for being a member of the MOBB. Tay 2x writes, calling it now, Burks isn't making the 53. That is a bold statement, my man. Tay, you understand what you're saying right now, right? You understand what you're saying right now. So who you got? Van Jefferson making the team? Is that what you got going on? Because you got to remember, Trey Burks is young still, has high upside. He's physical. He showed toughness last year. He blocks in the run game. There's a lot of shit that he brings to the table. I'll say this. He's not a lock to make this roster, but whatever is the next closest thing to a lock, that's what he is. I'm only willing at the receiver position to lock it up for guys that were either drafted by this administration or is Terry McLaurin. That's the only guys that are absolutely locks. Terry McLaurin, Antonio Williams, Jalen Lane, Luke McCaffrey. Those guys are locks. Everyone else isn't a lock. But De'Ami Brown and Treylon Burks feel like whatever the next closest thing to a lock is, that's what they feel like they are. So I got to disagree with you. But if he doesn't make the team, I know you're going to come back and say, I told you, and I'm going to give you all the love. You earned it. Because that's a bold statement to make on June 20, where we at? 6? On June 26th, to say that Treylon Burks isn't making the 53-man roster, that's a bold statement. Now, I also know that when he does make the roster, because he's going to make the team as long as he's healthy, he's going to make the roster. You ain't going to come back and say, hey, I was wrong about Treylon Burks not making the roster. But if you write about it, you're going to come back and you can be like, hey, what'd I tell you? Either way, that's a bold statement, my friends. My friend. Let's see what else you have to say. And he says, and I think the O-line will be elite. They held up firm in the Broncos game. That they did. This is a different system, different scheme. All right. But they did hold up in that game. How you feel about LaMelo trade? And it's Tay 2x, ignore the X. LOL, don't say it twice. Oh, shit. Tay. So it's Tay 2x. Got you. Okay, it's Tay 2x. So I don't have to say 2x. Thank you. I appreciate you not letting me perpetrate that propaganda any longer. Like, y'all be killing me because y'all will let me say some shit wrong for 2 years and then randomly out of nowhere just be like, hey, and just for the record, it's fill in the blank. Bro, why you ain't telling me that? Bro, I've been saying it wrong for the last year and a half. Why you ain't telling me this a year and a half ago when I jacked it up the first 2 times? Why you ain't say something then? You should have been correcting me, man. Don't let me be out here perpetrating that propaganda. You probably got other people calling you Tay 2x because of that bullshit that I was on. Shame on you. When you step to the old dirty, come on, man. Get me right. All right, so it's just Tay 2x. All right, I got it. The LaMelo trade. I talked about this yesterday. I feel like both teams had to do something. both teams were stuck in their current position in their respective conferences. LaMelo made the playoffs for the first time, 4 years ago, I believe it was, 3 years ago. Then it was 2 straight ass seasons where he was injured and the team wasn't good. And then they made the play-in, and just missed the playoffs this year. And so it feels like they're stuck. So they felt like, and look, he doesn't play any defense, and they got sick and tired of him being a traffic cone out there defensively. And so they just felt like they needed to go in a different direction. They got a lot of talent in Charlotte. I love the acquisition of Naz Reid in that trade. And, with the things that they're continuing to build, they think Kobe White's going to step in and give them more defensive, presence. And he can score. We saw that last year. He made that big bucket in that playing game against the Heat. They just extended him, signed him to a new contract to stay there after trading for him. So they're probably going to roll with Kobe White as their point guard. You got Con Knuppel as your 2 guard. You got Miles Bridges as your 3. I think you slide Naz Reid into the 4, and then you got Diabate as your 5, and that's a really formidable starting 5. I like it a lot. So they got Kalkbrenner coming off the bench. They got some stuff. Does this make them better? I don't think so. But I don't think they're worse because of this trade. LaMelo, what you lose in offensive, firepower, he wasn't efficient from the 3-point line. What you lose in offensive firepower, Kobe White can provide you with that, by the way. He can score in a more efficient manner. You gain, I think, more defensive ability, even though Kobe White is undersized. I'd rather have an undersized dog like Jose Alvarado that's going to play some defense, even though he's extremely undersized like Kobe White. I'd much rather have that on the perimeter than a guy that is, LaMelo Ball's height but don't play no defense, not a lick of it. So I think Charlotte, in an East that's not, hyper competitive, they're going to compete, right? If they're healthy, they got to stay healthy. I don't think they have a ton of depth per se, but I think their starting lineup is pretty formidable with this trade, especially adding Naz Reid, which I just love. On the flip side of the trade, and I think most people are looking at it from the Wolves side of it because it feels like now they're going for it. Their starting 5 looks pretty good now with LaMelo as your point guard, Ant as your 2 guard, Jaden McDaniels as your 3. Now you have you have LaMelo as your point guard, Ayo Dosunmu as your 2 guard, Ant as your 3, Jaden McDaniels as your 4, and Rudy Gobert as your 5. And that's a really formidable, group. And I think similar to what we saw with the Knicks, even though Jalen Brunson isn't a stiff defensively, he's undersized. You can win with a point guard who isn't great defensively if you have the requisite pieces around him. Ayo plays defense, Ant plays defense. Jaden McDaniels, we know, is an elite defender, but he fouls too damn much. But he's an elite defender with extreme length. And then, Rudy Gobert is one of the better rim protectors in the entire league. He's won Defensive Player of the Year multiple times. So that's a great defensive group around a liability in LaMelo Ball. So I like the trade. I don't think it's going to necessarily move the needle per se. If LaMelo has like an out-of-body experience, and he's capable, where he has a season where he shoots 41% from deep, they could be dangerous with him shooting the basketball at that clip. But I just don't know if he'll ever shoot it that consistently because he takes bad shots. And I just don't know if he can. Now, maybe he gets to Minnesota where he's not the number 1 option and he's playing off the ball a little bit more. We'll see if he takes better shots and he is able to be a little bit more. I think the word I'm looking for is efficient offensively. And because they have so many defensive guys around him, maybe they're able to make up for the lack of defensive prowess. They had to do something in Minnesota. I don't know if this is it, but they had to do something, and it gives them a shot. They got better offensively. They got plenty of defense, as we just mentioned. I hate that they had to trade Naz Reid, though. I think that hurts them big time. That hurts them a lot. Anyway, big shout out to my guy, Tay 2 times. See, we got it. You should have told me that a long time ago, Tay. Damn. J Biz Pro, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. J Biz writes, Aiyuk don't need to fly. He got the Sprinter van. That's a long ass drive from DC to Santa Clara. Or they're not working out in Santa Clara. They're probably working out in LA. Southern California. I think they're probably gonna be working in Southern California. That's a long ass drive. That's a long ass drive. You driving from literally the East Coast all the way to the West Coast. If he plan on working out with 5 and he driving, he better start driving now. He better start driving now because it's gonna take him a while to get there. Take 2 times. Thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Double up. Thank you for doubling up. Take 2 times writes, yeah, you can fly with a simple warrant, and all he has to do is turn himself in, get booked, bond out in less than an hour. LOL. He tripping. Just get it over with. That's what I'm saying. Like, this shit is a simple ass misdemeanor warrant. Go in, turn yourself in, you get bonded out, right? Because the bond ain't shit. He got it, right? That money he threw out on the floor, that's the money you bail yourself out with. He don't even need all of that. He needs just a fraction of that to bail himself out for this misdemeanor warrant that he has. Like, why are we delaying this? Which is why I think he was trolling, right? I said he's an asshole. I think he's trolling because he's probably gonna go there, turn himself in, and then go work out, right? Go up there, turn yourself in, bail yourself out, then go work out with Jaden, De'Ami Brown, and company. Terry, all those boys. Go work out with your future teammates, right? I think he's trolling because he said, do I really got a warrant out? He knows he's got a warrant out for his arrest. He posted right after the warrant was issued a picture of him speeding and drifting around a corner in his car, like on a racetrack. So he's trolling. I think he's saying that like, yeah, let me go get this shit over with. Let me get this shit over with. J Biz Pro, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Double up. Thank you for doubling up. Who writes, Mama Daniels is probably waiting to be his agent after he's released to avoid another LSU scandal. I didn't think about that, but she is a certified agent now. So why not become his? Why not have her become his agent and he become one of her clients? I could see it. I could see it. Keep it in the family. I could see it. That's interesting. That's an interesting take. The Original Dream. Thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. The Original Dream writes, Shanahan is a racist. Whoa. That's a hell of an assertion. I can't stand behind that. I can't get behind that. I've seen the Shanahans uplift too many brothers in this game to call them a racist. Hard for me to buy that one. Wanted Kirk over Purdy wanted Kirk and Purdy over RG3 and Lance. That ain't got, you saw Trey Lance, right? This is the thing. He has a type. Kyle has a type. He wants more of the Matt Ryan pocket passer over the mobile, dual threat guy, because mobile dual threat guy doesn't want to stand in the pocket. He wants to get out and use his legs. And he wants a guy that is able to stand in the pocket and, work his offense in timing and rhythm. So you can't call him a racist. That's a hell of a claim. That's crazy. And Bobby Three Sticks was ass. He was ass. They tried to work with Bobby Three Sticks. His head got big after 2012. He got in his feelings when Kirk came in, when he got injured and they ran a different offense. You weren't ready to run that offense. He wasn't ready to run that offense. He got all in his feelings. Then he came up with all these, I'm not running these plays. Bro, you not ready. And we saw it. He couldn't read NFL defenses. Can't call that man racist. Kirk was 10 times better than Bobby Three Sticks. Stop that original dream. Stop that, Aki, before I send shots to your body. Stop that, man. Purdy over Lance. Is there a question? Whether or not that was the right decision? Is there a question? He has a white running back. Oh, hell, here we go. That white running back happens to be one of the best in the league. What are we doing right now? Stop it. I guess he should have kept Brian Robinson Jr. and played him, huh? Hey, original dream, what we doing right now, man? Seriously, I want to know. I want to know. I want to know what's on your mind. I need to know. I want to know. I need to know, bro. What are we doing right now? What are we doing right now? I'd like to know. I got to know, man. Because what Christian McCaffrey got to do with any of this, man? Why are you bringing him into this, man? Nick Bosa, one of the best pass rushers when healthy in the entire National Football League. Again, I don't know where you're going with this. I guess he chose Nick Bosa over Chase Young, huh? Hold on. Doom. I guess he chose Nick Bosa over Chase Young. What are we doing right now? Huh? John Lynch. So Lynch in all caps. Hey, this is one of the most insane super chats I've ever encountered. And I've seen some crazy super chats. Bro, you are so out of pocket right now, okay? Not John Lynch in all caps. Hey, please tell me you got on a dashiki right now and you speaking the spoken word right now. John Lynch is a fixture that stands for the man and Kyle Shanahan. And then somebody's over there beating the drums. They got a white running back. They chose Brock Purdy over Trey Lance. He took Kirk over RG3 because he doesn't want the brother to be free. I challenge you that these guys don't like the brothers. We must free ourselves from the others. Come on, man. Stop that shit, bro. And he choked the Super Bowl for a majority black city, Atlanta Falcons. Stop that shit, man. What are we doing right now, man? Stop, bro. Stop it, man. Hey, original tree. That's one of the wildest super chats I've ever read, man. Hey, I'm just gonna assume that you're being facetious. That's tongue in cheek, right? You're not being serious. That's hilarious, bro. Cheers to you, man. That was hilarious, bro. That's crazy. It's crazy, but that's hilarious. Hey, free you. Hashtag free you, man. Hashtag free you, bro. Ah, that was a good one. Original dream. That was a good one. That was a good one, bro. I got to give it to you. Cheers to you. Cheers to you. Cheers to you for giving me a good laugh. All right, Jern. Been a member for 51 months. Celebrate. Shout out to my guy, Jorn, 23. Tay 2 times. Thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. My guy, Tay 2 times writes, Terry, Aiyuk, Williams, Luke, Lane, Diami. That's 6. Burks did nothing other than one-hand catch. Stop it. You don't like him. You never did. I didn't want him when we first got him, but you got to understand where I was mentally, bro. I wasn't in a good headspace then, right? Like anybody that they was trying to bring in, I was condescending. I was like dismissive of everybody other than Drizzy Drake Jackson, right? I like last year, you could have brought anybody in here that was a former first round, second round, and I would have been like, man, get that dude out of here, man. He ain't gonna change shit. I was so gone off the hopium. I was having withdrawals, bro. So I wasn't in my right mind. I told you last year after I came down off of that hopium high and I went through the program. Hi, my name is Louie T, and I'm a hopium addict. Hi, Louie T. I have a disease and I don't know what to call it. You better hide your wallet because I'm coming up quick to strip your cash. Brought a ticket to your concert, coming to whoop your ass. But I'm coming out swinging so fast it'll make your eyes spin. You get knocked out like Mike Tyson. I was able to see the error of my ways last year, and I said, he showed me enough for me to give him a shot this year. And by all accounts, he's done good things in camp. He looks good. He looks confident. I think he's one of those guys needed his confidence rebuilt. He was Humpty Dumpty. He sat on a wall. He had a great fall, and the Commanders put him back together again. Now let's see what he can be. You think they only keeping 6? Because it feels like they keeping 7. Feels like they keeping 7. Feels like they keeping 7. Because it feels they keeping 7, bro. They keeping 7 receivers. It's one of the strongest positions on the team, especially if you add Brandon Aiyuk. Man gets no separation. That may be true. He's not a great route runner. I've said this for a long time. But he makes tough contested catches, though. We saw that in the Broncos game with the one-handed catch. You can throw it to him in those tight contested spaces and he can come down with it. But in this offense, they're going to scheme up opportunities for him to not have to win because of his route running ability, which is an elite. They're going to get him the football in space for him to catch and run where he can be dynamic, which we saw him do that in college and even in the NFL to a lesser degree. So we'll see. I disagree. I think he's going to make the football team. Andre67 Poggers. Thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Thank you for being a member of the MOBB. Andre67 Poggers writes, how you feel about the Grizz pick and other picks? You talking about all the Grizzlies picks or you talking about other picks around the NBA? If you're talking about the Grizz picks, I thought it was great. I love the Richie Saunders pick, even though he's coming off of an ACL. We don't need him right now. Let him, heal up, and he's an elite shooter. We can use that. You can always use elite shooters. And he actually can put the ball on the floor, create shots for others. He's not a traffic cone defensively. I think he's a little bit older, but I think there's an actual place for him potentially on this roster. The Kareem Lopez pick, I like the fact that he's 19, high ceiling. He got some work to do, but we don't need him right now. Let him go in the G League, develop, and then, we'll continue to see what he can be, and hopefully he turns into something big for us down the road. And then, obviously, Cam Boozer, really good player. I think he's going to be a great compliment to Zach Edey. We just got to keep him healthy. Again, the biggest thing that I've seen is I don't think he is an elite, number one type player in the NBA. I think he, at his best, is a high level 2, second option. But I think he's probably better suited to be a third option on a championship caliber team. And if that is in fact the case, we need Cedric Coward to develop into a legitimate number 2 option or third. If Boozer is that 2 option, I need Cedric Coward to develop into that third option. And then we got to go find that number 1 guy. We don't have him on the roster right now, I don't believe. But I like what we're building. You got to start somewhere. I feel like we've started with a great foundation. We got a lot of draft capital, over the next 7 years, and traded for beef stew. I like that. And I think that's going to be flipped into more draft capital So, we'll see. We'll see. The Original Dream. Thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Double up. Thank you for doubling up. Who writes, Lou, I'm trolling Shanny is a good dude. I know. I told you. I said, I'm going to just take this as a troll, bro. You weren't serious. I had fun with it, right? I had fun. We had fun with it, man. That was a crazy super chat, though. But we had fun with it. Shanny's a good dude, man. He's a good dude. I like your spoken word, though. I like your spoken word, though. It was fire. Jaden Doffelmeyer, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Jaden writes, Aiyuk hasn't even filed the paperwork that's needed to dismiss his PA agent. Somebody got to talk to Aiyuk, man. I don't know all the particulars. But I told you, episode 3 of As the Aiyuk Turns from today, it does send up a couple red flags, because I buried my head in the sand. I knew he ain't had nobody advising him, but I chose to bury my head in the sand and pretend that, man, there's somebody over there. He got representation. He got a manager. He got somebody, even if it's on some Laramie Tunzel shit where you got a homeboy who acts as your agent, but he's smart enough to understand what needs to be done. He got somebody, and right now it's like, but maybe. And I'm hoping, and this is my Hail Mary, Jaden's mom is going to get in his ear and be like, I got you, bro. Let's go handle all of this shit. Let me take care of you. Fingers crossed. Because right now, if it's up to Aiyuk to handle all of this, I'm not sure he gets handled in the manner that we needed to. In a timely manner. I'll say that. In a timely manner like we needed to. Again, he's not dumb. Don't put nothing past him. He's playing the fool right now. This whole, do I got a warrant out for my arrest? Because if I do, man, hey, my boy trying to go throw the football out in Cali, I might have to just post up here. Like, he know what's up. He know what's up. Hall of Fame Media. Thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. HOF Media writes, my boy Lou. What's good? Hope all been well. Likewise. I'm proud of how hard you go for us and love all the growth and the channel's getting. I just appreciate y'all supporting me, man. That's all I can ask for, is just continued support from all of y'all, man. That's what keeps me going. That's what drives me, right? You think Aiyuk gonna show up? My only worry, that's the $1 million question. Is he gonna? It's not about showing up. It's about taking actionable steps to showing up. The threat of him showing up will get him released. I don't even need him to show up. I need him to threaten the 49ers with a good time. That'll get him released. But he's got to take actionable steps in that direction. And that is the thing that I am most concerned about right now. Will he actually take actionable steps to showing up to camp? Doesn't feel like it right now. But we are just a shade over a month away from the start of 49ers training camp. Oh, wait. I think it's the 25th. We are exactly a month away. Exactly a month away from 49ers training camp getting underway. So he's got a month to figure everything out. I think he's smart enough to know what he needs to do. Is he mature enough? That's the real question. It ain't about smart. Because I told you, he's not dumb. Is he mature enough to get everything done that he needs to do? Don't know. Guess you'll have to keep tuning in to As the Aiyuk Turns to figure it out. Tay 2 times. Thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Tay 2 times writes, I like my Kobe off the bench. You're not wrong. Trade for AJ Mitchell. I don't think OKC's letting him leave the building. I don't think they let him leave. I know they've been shedding a lot of contracts here. AJ Mitchell ain't one of them. He's a valuable piece. You could argue a healthy AJ Mitchell, they don't lose to the Spurs. I don't think he's going anywhere. Although he would be a tremendous fit in Charlotte. Tremendous fit in Charlotte. I like it. I like where your head is. I just don't see them doing that. And I don't see OKC participating in that. But I agree with you. I like my Kobe off the bench as well. But I think he's going to start now. They didn't just pay him the contract that they just paid him to come off the bench. That's, hey, you starting now, money. So I think Kobe White's starting now. Hall of Fame Media. Thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Double up. Thank you for doubling up. Hall of Fame Media writes, I think anyone who wants Diggs over Aiyuk because of character issues are crazy to me. Never made any issues about lack of targets. Wouldn't act out with 5. I said the same thing. I said it definitively yesterday. I am 100% on board with that assessment right there, Hall of Fame Media. We are on the same page. We are locked in. Anybody that doesn't want Aiyuk because of his immaturity simply doesn't want Aiyuk because they don't want Brandon Aiyuk. And they've told themselves that he's a distraction. Somebody said yesterday, how is he not a distraction, Louie? He's already a distraction. He's not even on the team. And I'm like, who is he distracting? Who's he distracting? Us as fans? He ain't distracted this team yet. What do you mean? He's not on this roster. How is he a distraction? They're not even at the facility right now. Who is he distracting? So they asked Jaden about him. They're going to ask Jaden about him anyway. They asked Dan Quinn about him. They're going to ask Dan Quinn about him anyway. They don't have to answer, and they didn't. And then you move on. It's not a distraction here. Who's he distracting? We don't count. We're not in the locker room. We don't count as a distraction. Has he taken up way more of our time than we would like? Yes. Has he distracted us? Yes. Do we count as a distraction to the team? No, we don't. No, we don't. Andre67 Poggers. Thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Double up. Thank you for doubling up. Who writes, with the one pick you draft, AJ or DP, Wiz have hope. Yeah, they got it right. I would have drafted AJ. First of all, I didn't think Darren Peterson was an elite college player. Now, obviously he had the cramps last year, but he wasn't elite when I saw him. He's an elite shot maker, but he's not an elite overall. Okay, I shouldn't say overall talent because he has elite talent. I don't think he is as good as AJ DeBancia. That's end of discussion. So the Wiz got it right. They took the best player, I believe, the player with the highest ceiling. Maybe Cam Boozer is the best player right now, but his ceiling ain't higher than AJ DeBancia's. His ceiling ain't higher than Darren Peterson's, but his floor is higher than both of theirs. And I don't know if Darren Peterson ever reaches Cam Boozer's floor. I don't believe in Darren Peterson. He's going to have to prove to me. He's a lot of talk right now. A lot of talk. I need to see it. I saw flashes, but the consistency didn't register for me. It didn't register for me. Anyway, I digress. That is going to do it for me, your man, Louie T, here on this installment of the Command Post Live. You know what it is. Post up. Take command. I look forward to chopping it up with you guys next time. Unless something major happens, even if Aiyuk posts something else, you probably won't see me the remainder of this week in a live capacity. Now, if something crazy happens or something big happens, I'll be back. But until then, y'all will see me on Monday more likely than not. But never fret, never fear. Your man Louie T is always here. I got content for y'all. So just make sure y'all stay locked in and stay tuned into the Louie T Network, because you know I'm always hold y'all down. But in any event, y'all know what it is, man. Hashtag free Aiyuk. That boy is on a heater right now as the Aiyuk turns. This was a really good episode, man. Episodes. These are some really good episodes. Hope you enjoyed them. I did. And we'll see you guys next time. Enjoy your weekend. Enjoy the rest of your Friday evening. And I look forward to chopping it up with you guys next time. Take care. God bless. Peace.